Josiah, first take me through your reaction when you found out that you'd be able to come back for another year.
I felt like a lot of weight lifted off my shoulder. Around the time it was getting processed, it was around bowl prep, so I was kind of like, am I going to get ready for my next chapter of my life, or am I going to get ready to come back? And then a couple of days before the bowl game, Coach Ants brought me to the table. Said he got approved, so that was kind of just like because I know what's next. I know what's next. I can go out there and play freely now, and it was just like a lot of weight lifted off my shoulder. I was grateful for it.
What was the energy like today here, first day of spring ball?
First day of spring ball, it's always competitive. We finally get to go out there, play against, our defense. It felt good though to finally be back there. Spring number 4 for me, so I'm kind of used to it. But it's always a little nerves going into the first day. But it felt good. I felt like I was going out there, trying to guide the younger group in my position group. Just going out there, just telling them to play. Just keep playing like how you're playing. It's a kids game at the end of the day. We just play it at a high level.
As one of the leaders of the offense and the receivers, of course, how have you grown? You mentioned your leadership, but just from last season to now.
It's been I feel like I've grown tremendously. As far as like off the field aspect of it, just taking care of my body. Meeting with the quarterbacks every morning. Mando, Christian. Just trying to get a feel for it. So that when we get out here, it just clicks like that. But I feel like even the mental part of it, because I talked to the team yesterday. At the end of the day, we're football players, but at the end of the day, we're still people too. And I know it could take a toll on some people as far as like I might not be getting the reps I want, or this might not be going right. So I just told the guys, like if you ever need something, just don't be afraid to reach out. We're all brothers at the end of the day. And then I feel like I'm just trying to take on the leadership role part more. I'm a little older now, but I've been here. I've been on every. I've been in every part. I've been the young guy here. I've been hurt here, so I feel like I've went through almost it all. So I feel like the guys can really like look up to me and have someone to talk to.
Another quarterback battle this season. What has it been like getting reps with some of those guys, especially the addition of Christian to this quarterback room?
It's been good. They're really focused and in tune with what our playbook is, and wanted guys to come in the morning and watch film and what we could do better, and just taking steps each day to really get that connection going. And it'll all click eventually. Just progressing. Day one, we just got to keep stacking days. Making the days count.
Josiah, not just coming back to college football, coming back to Fresno State.
Yeah.
Why do that extra year?
This is where I started. Coming from where I come from, it's not too many people that are able to make it this far. And I've been through a lot here, and I've seen all the ups and I've seen the downs, and this is I built a life here basically. Coaching staff changes, players leaving, some of my best friends leaving, some of them staying, and I just know this is where I wanted to be. And I trust Coach Hardy, I trust Coach Davis, I trust Coach Ents, to get me to where I want to go.
Is it true there were other options for you this offseason?
Yeah, it was out there, but having conversations with the coaches, they just told me I've been here for a while. I've seen a lot of great receivers come through here, make it to the next level, have good long careers. I've had conversations with them as well, like if you just do what you got to do, have another productive year, then you can do it from here.
Why pass up on the money that bigger programs could
offer? And that goes back again to talking with my coach Hardy. He said you just got to think about what you want your end goal to be. Me coming back is my last year. I know I could lead this group, I could lead my position group, I could help lead the team, to do what we want to do.
So much of the room is back, the scheme's back. How do you think the receivers can maybe expand with the system in year 2?
Just like I said, meeting with the quarterbacks off the field. When we get on the field, it's kind of just like reactive, but I feel like where we really get the connection, really get on the same page is, meeting off the field, meeting in the mornings, meeting in the afternoon, and just, even just bonding like outside of football. We all try to have a connection. We got a connection in the locker room, on the field, and like I've said it multiple times, I like to try to have guys over at my apartment to just bond in, because at the end of the day, we're all brothers.
I know you touched on it a little bit before, but what kind of things you've been cooking for your teammates?
I'll usually just make like some wings, just some wings, yeah. But they're good though. So I'll just stick to it until I, kind of get good at something else, then I'll have them over and try to do something different. But wings for now.
Josiah, you said you've pretty much done it all here, but you've never made the jump to the Pac-12. How exciting is that move?
I was real excited, new competition, new teams you get to play, get to travel to a couple different places, different stadiums, so it's real exciting. I can't wait.